Hello everyone, this is Hers and you are watching WPA World. In this chapter, we are going to learn about polymorphism, types of polymorphism, what is the use of base keyword, and also we will learn what is use of shield keyword. So without wasting the time, let's get started. What is polymorphism? The term polymorphism is combination of poly and morphs, okay, which means many form. It comes from Greek word. There are two types of polymorphism in C#, compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. We can achieve compile time polymorphism using method overloading. It is also known as static binding or early binding. We can achieve the runtime polymorphism by method overriding, which is also known as dynamic binding or late binding. Now we will see with example. First we will see method overloading. What is method overloading? As you know, polymorphism means many forms. So if we want to overload the method, then there will be two methods with same name. It will do different kind of work. Okay. So here I am going to create one method. In this class I will create void add. Okay. In this method I will pass integer parameter and I will add two variable. Okay, like this. And to overload this method, like we want addition of floating value, then we can write like this. Overloaded methods are differentiated based on the number and types of parameter. This is how we can overload the method. I will make it as public. Here I will add the integer value, so sum equal to, it will be, the result will return integer value, right? So we will use like this. And now here I can print the value, the sum of A and B are, print the value, right? Sum. This is for integer. Float A, float B. Okay, like that. We can differentiate. Here it will be float type. Okay. From this class we will call that method. We will create object of C# class equal to new, right? For now I will comment this constructor. I will comment all these things. Using this object we can call the add method. I will pass integer value 12 and 10. Okay. And in the same way we can pass floating point value 12.5, 10.40. Okay. It is float, so we have to add that f here. Now let's run and see the result. You can see the sum of A and B are 22. The sum of FA and FB are 22.9, right? I hope you got the idea about method overloading. Now we will see what is method overriding. Okay. For that we need parent class and drive class. I will add one parent class here. I will say animal. Okay. I will make it as public, and here only I will create one child class called cow. Cow is an animal, right? So it is inheritance, right? Now we will create one method inside the animal class, like void eat. Okay. Here I will print console.writeLine eating. And to override the method, we have to make it as virtual. We will use virtual keyword here. Okay. As we define it as virtual, because we want to override in some child class, right? So it should be public, right? Otherwise it will give the compile time error. Let's see what is the error. Virtual or abstract member can't be private, right? So we have to make it public, because I want to access this method from outside of animal class. Now to override this method, we have to use the override keyword, it method, like that. See, now what will happen? Once the cow it method will call, it will call the base class method, because we are using base.it. Base define the instance of parent class, right? So if we want to call the base class method as well as child class, then we can use the base keyword to call the base class method. Okay. you can see here it method is defined in cow. You can see it method is defined in cow class as well as animal class. You may think we are inheriting animal from the cow, so we can access it directly because all the member will be available here, right? So if we call without the base keyword, then it will call this child class member one. Okay, that's why we have to use the base keyword. Now here I will write cow is eating. Okay. Now I will create the object of animal and we'll see when it will call and when it will call. Okay. Animal equal to new animal. Okay. Dot it. In that case, as we are creating the object of animal, so animal it method will call. And now I want to create the object of cow class. Okay. And I will call cow it method. In that case, cow it method will call, and because we are calling it method of base class from the child class, so both methods will call from here, right? We can also create a reference of animal class and create an object of child class. We can do like this. In that case, if we call the method, then because we are creating the object of cow, so it will call the cow class it method. Now let's run and see the result. See here. This is animal it method called here. Then animal and cow, right? Then animal and cow. Now let's see, I will remove the base class call from here. Let's see the result. See, first time animal method, second time cow it method. Again, as we are creating object of cow, so it is calling the cow class it method, not the animal class, right? Now we will see what is the use of shield keyword. So if we define the class as shield, then we can't inherit from the shield class. Means that class can't be parent of any class. Let's see the error. Can't derive from shield type animal, right? And see the error. Is a new virtual member in shield type. So we have to remove this, because if it is shield, then even if we write the virtual, we can't override, right? Because the shield class can't be inherited, right? That's why this virtual keyword gives the compile time error, right? Now, if we define the method as shield, then what will happen? Now I will remove this from here. I will say virtual. Now I want to add shield keyword. Let's see. Can't be shield because it is not an override, right? So if we declared a method as shield, then we can't override this method, right? I hope you learn how to override the method, how to overload the method, and also you have learned what is the use of base and what is the use of shield class. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, let's share with your friends.